Bonjour, je suis ici avec la galerie d'art de Témiscamingue et aujourd'hui je vais montrer comment tu peux mettre cette fleur comme ça ici. So thank you for coming. I'm here with the Témiscamingue Art Gallery, and today as part of our Mother's Day week gift extravaganza, we're going to be teaching you how to take your regular grocery store flowers that come like this and arrange them into a vase. So you will have to get your own flowers, and unfortunately this time of year there's not a lot to pick from, so hopefully on your weekly grocery trips you're able to pick up some fresh flowers, okay? And you don't need 2 bunches, but I'm using a big vase. Actually it's a jar, so I decided to pick up two bouquets. So si tu as seulement un, c'est correct, mais j'ai une grosse tasse, bol, alors j'ai choisi acheter 2. Ok, pour commencer, on va enlever les papiers et c'est mieux si tu coupes des papiers, parce que si tu tiens les fleurs comme ça, tu peux peut-être briser. Okay? So when you open up your flowers, don't try to pull them out from the top or the bottom because the heads can break off. You're best to cut, if it's plastic, cut with scissors, but this is just paper, so I'm actually just going to rip like that, and you can see all my heads have been preserved. Alright, so on besoin d'un couteau. Les couteaux pour des pommes de terre, c'est parfait. J'ai utilisé cette-là because it's very sharp. So a potato peeler works great, like the knife. I'm using this knife because it's very sharp. So a sharp knife is great when you're doing floral arrangements. You will want to use the sugar mix, the food mix, okay, that comes with your flowers, and I'll be mixing that into my water, okay. Tu as besoin de l'eau, et tu peux utiliser des ribbons gommés pour faire une grille, so you can use tape to make a grid on the top of your vase. It can just help with the placement so that the flowers don't shift. And other than that, what else do you need? You need some water. Some folks like to pour their water ahead of time and have it sit out, so it's like distilled. I also have harvested some other things, so I did manage to get a little bit of pussy willow that I may or may not include in my arrangements. And I also have a fern in my house that I got a little bit of extra green from. So ça c'est juste une plante dans mon maison, c'est juste là. J'écupe un peu de feuilles parce que il n'y a pas de feuilles d'art. Et il y a seulement un petit peu avec les choses que j'achète dans le magasin. Pour commencer, on va laver les tiges, ok? Parce que s'il y a des sables ou des choses, especially on this one, there's a lot of little dirt kind of stuff. Si tu mets les tiges sales dans l'eau, it'll get muckier faster. C'est pas bon. So I'm going to start by rinsing off the stems on my flowers. And you don't want to get any of that dirty stuff into the water in your vase, because you'll have to change it sooner and it'll just start that decomposition process. So we're going to wash our flowers. It's easy if you just run it in the sink. I'm going to do it here with you, so I'm just kind of going to wipe them one at a time in this water. So on va juste frotter les tiges pour enlever des sables ou des choses sales. Et s'il y a des feuilles ici, tu peux enlever. OK? On a besoin pas les feuilles ici, juste on top. Okay? Any leaves that are on the bottom half of your stem, you want to remove those. And the reason being is that these will start to decay faster. So anything that's going to decay and make your water mucky, you want to take off. So these ones are quite well cleaned already, but sometimes you'll have a lot of foliage on the bottom half. You don't want it there. You want it on the top half where it's going to show, but not lower down. Okay? Si tu as une fleur comme ça, et avec des fleurs, tu peux juste enlever et utiliser ça aussi, if it's long enough. So if it's long enough and you have stems or breaks, they're called, if you have breaks that are lower down, you can actually take them off and use them elsewhere. I'm going to leave a few, but that's an option if you have breaks all the way down your stem. Don't waste them, just break them off and we'll put them in, we'll find a spot for them somewhere in our arrangement. Okay? Si tu achètes des fleurs comme ça, des Gerber daisy, beaucoup de fois il y a une paille. Okay? There'll often be a straw on these. See that straw? Keep this. Don't get rid of it, because it keeps your gerbera from flopping over. So, cette fleur comme ça boit beaucoup de l'eau et la tête de la fleur c'est vraiment pesant. So, si tu n'as pas une paille, il va coucher la tête. Okay? So, leave those on. If you don't have a straw and you do have Gerber daisies, there is a trick you can do which involves using a pipe cleaner that you can wrap around a wooden spoon handle, and then you can pull the pipe cleaner up to the top of the head and then stretch it back down, and that functions the same way as the straw. Alright, so I'm just about done. Okay, washing. And these weren't too dirty, but sometimes they are. So I'm going to just put my washing basin aside because I don't need that. Okay? And I have all my flowers. I'm going to put them also off to the side. Juste ici. M'excuse. Okay. So, before we put our grid, notre grill, en avant de mettre ça, je vais mettre de l'eau ici. So, je vais utiliser un maintenant et cette-là, I'm gonna use next time. La prochaine fois, je change l'eau, je vais mettre l'autre paquet. So right now, I'm just using one. If you only bought one arrangement and you only had one of these, something just fell in my house. I don't know if you heard that. I'm just going to use the one, and I am going to mix it so that it dissolves. And I don't have a spoon right now, so I'm using my flour to mix it. Okay, so right now you can see that my water's here. I want the water as tall as I can get it because the flowers will drink a lot. Okay, so I'm going to top that up. Okay, parfait. Babe, can you pass me a cloth, please? Okay, maintenant, on a besoin les ribbons gommés. This is a special kind of tape. It's actually double-sided tape. I don't want double-sided tape, so I'm going to leave the sticker on the one side. Merci. And you'll want to dry your vase or jar so that the tape sticks good. So I'm using this tape, and I'm going to make a crisscross. So I'm going to go comme des X's and O's. 1, 2, et encore 1, 2. Okay? So I'm going to go 2 vertical, 2 horizontal, and 1 around. So 1, like that. 2, comme ça. Tourne. OK. Et une autre fois. 1. Et 2. Si tu as une balle plus gros, tu peux mettre plus de ribbon gommé. So if you're using a much larger mouth vase, it's a good idea to put more squares. But if your squares are too skinny, your flower, the stems, they're gonna break your grid. So si tu mets les grilles avec les trous trop petits, le tige va briser, ok? Parce que le tige est vraiment gros, ok? Alors, on va commencer maintenant avec juste les feuilles vertes. So, j'ai un peu comme ça et un peu comme ça. So, alors, quand tu commences, on va faire une forme vraiment gros parce que ça c'est une grosse tasse. So, je veux une autre how do you say twice? Like as high?
2 fois.
2 fois comme ça. So I want it to be about twice the height of the vase I'm using, or even 2.5. So a lot of people do this where they make their arrangements too short for their vase. Make it bigger, you can always go smaller. Once it's cut, there's no going back. Okay? So I'm going to cut, when I cut, I don't think this is going to pick it up, but I'll do my best. I'm going to put my blade like this, and I'm not pushing my thumb, I'm just guiding backwards. So, okay? So that's how I do it. I have done floral design before, so I am pretty proficient with the knife. Cut in a way that you feel comfortable. Don't ever use the blade in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, okay? So again, place my blade and fresh cut. You always need to give a fresh cut. Even if you cut these after unwrapping them, you have to cut them again. And if you're going to buy your flowers and arrange them later, cut them before you put them into water, even if you're not ready to arrange them yet. So, j'ai juste 2 feuilles from the magasin. So I didn't have a lot of greens, so that's why I cut some of these. Okay? And they're really nice and droopy. This is a nice Boston fir that I have in my house. I just cut these, so I'm not gonna cut them again. I should have rinsed them though. Okay? The other thing to remember when you're arranging flowers is what side are you going to view your arrangement from? It can be single side facing, so you can have just a front and a back. If it's going against a wall, you can face all your flowers forward. But if you want to see it all the way around, so if it's going on a table or somewhere that you see it from all angles, make sure that you arrange 360, okay? Oops, I won't use that one. And this is a little shorty. Let's see if I can get him in. There. He just reaches the water, but that's okay. Okay? So ça c'est mon fall. J'ai préféré plus de feuilles, mais c'est juste printemps, il n'y a pas des choses d'art. J'ai juste des choses ici, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay. we have a bunch of chrysanthemums, some Gerber daisies, and some carnations. Carnations are wonderful because they're long-lasting flowers. Okay, and we're going to start to make our form. So I'm going to start with the green because it's almost like my base, and they have nice coverage on the top. So again, my cut and placement. What I do is I check the height like this. So I decide where the flower is going to go. I put it in front without cutting it, and I decide how much lower it needs to go. That's what I'm cutting off from the bottom. Okay? A lot of people cut their stems too short. So beaucoup de personnes coupent des tillages trop hauts et il ne peut pas boire de l'eau. If it's too short, it can't drink the water. Remember that water level is going to go down. So as best you can, make that stem really long. Okay, I put my green little buds in. I should remember what those are called, but I don't. Sorry. Marianne Fullerton, sorry. Marianne Fullerton taught me how to do flower arrangement, so shout out. She's a lovely lady. Wonderful florist. Okay, I'm going to use the next flowers with multiple heads. So I'm saving my single blooms for the end. Okay, première, j'utilise les tillages avec trop de fleurs. Après, je vais mettre les fleurs avec seulement un. Okay? Parce que ça c'est plus facile pour faire mon forme avec cette fleur comme ça. It's easier to make the shape when I'm using a fuller stem. So I'm going to use those first, and then afterwards I can go back in and fill in where I feel it's kind of gappy, okay? And as you put your flowers in, you can drag the heads around, drag the leaves so that they create the shape that you want, okay? It's kind of like an ever-changing work until you're done. Alors, maintenant, je vais mettre 7 petits fleurs jaunes. And they don't have to go all the way down, but they do have to reach the water. If they're not reaching the water, don't put them in. You can put them in a little side cup in your bathroom or somewhere else, but they're gonna die. Okay, so don't even bother putting them in. Okay. Maintenant, je vais mettre les fleurs plus gros dans les trous. So, je regarde pour les places qui il n'y a pas des fleurs et je vais mettre des fleurs plus gros là. So I'm going to place, after I have my base with all the fuller flowers, I'm going to pick the largest Gerber daisies because they're going to fill in the most. So remember, I'm filling in with the multiple heads, the larger head, and at the end I'll put in these little accent color pieces. Okay? J'ai choisi cette fleur parce que le taus a les couleurs orange. So it's gonna look nice in my vase. So sometimes if you have a vase with colors, you can actually pick a bouquet that's going to look nice in that vase. If you have a clear vase, you can go with anything you like. Sometimes the Gerber daisies, because the heads are very heavy, can be quite challenging to place. And you can even tape, use a little bit of tape if they're being really disagreeable, okay? So that one keeps flopping to the side. So I'm trying some different placements. Cette fleur ici continue à bouger parce que la tête est vraiment pesante. So j'ai assez de places différentes. Okay, so I found somewhere where it's staying upright. Okay, and again, you might have to move some of your other flowers if another one ends up taking their place, okay? And I'm on to my accents. So, le violet, c'est des accent couleurs. And I'm already ready to place those. So again, I'm looking for a place that needs a flower head. Every flower has a face. Chaque fleur va avoir un visage. On va voir tous les visages de chaque fleur. So don't crowd them. I'm sorry, it would be nice if the camera was over my shoulder, but I'm making do, and I'm sure you guys are going to figure out how to make your arrangement beautiful despite my shortcomings as a videographer. Alors. C'est difficile sometimes. That's why I put the grid. Okay? So, ça c'est pourquoi j'ai mis le grill. Parce que il y a des fleurs qui juste veulent tomber. Il veut pas rester dans son place. So, le grill aide-moi beaucoup. If you are an experienced florist, you will not need a grid. However, it definitely helps the novice. Okay. J'aime ça beaucoup maintenant. So, la dernière chose, j'ai des pussy willow. So, if you have little accents, you can add them in now. Okay. And if you have a little decorative little butterfly or something you'd like to stick on the top, that can be really cute too. Si tu veux mettre une petite papillon ou des cartes, if you want to write a little I love you card, a little Mother's Day card, you can stick it onto one of these sticks. Okay? Mon pauvre fleur veut tomber. Okay. And the last step to my Mother's Day arrangement is to add a lovely ribbon. Okay? Definitely don't need to, but it is a nice touch. So I'm going to wrap it over where my tape is so that you won't be seeing the tape, and I'm also going to try to cover up this little section here, which is where the lid, the clip for the lid. Okay? Try to get it in the middle. Okay. A lovely little knot on the front. And I'm just going to do a simple bow. If I had more ribbon, I could definitely do some fancier bows. But use what you got, right? Just going to turn that so I can see. Make sure that my polka dots are facing out, so if you need to kind of jimmy that around a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to give a fresh cut on the ends so that I don't have any tattered ends. Je vais juste utiliser mon ciseau pour couper ici, so it's